kind of how I be looking at shit a little bit. Like, just in my growth, I guess, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of, even though I don't be wanting to really like be like, yo, I'm trying to think this way, because niggas that kind of make you backslide and shit. You know what I'm saying? But and like, it's kind of crazy to feel like, because I mean, I guess me being in the position I am mentally, I don't even be really looking at it like, yo, I like when I was doing what I was doing, I was kind of like trying to be at the point, yo, I got my own house, I got, 5, 6 cars. It ain't really like that's what my aim was. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It was just more so surviving and just like, yo, nigga, I'm on my shit. I gotta, what I mean, keep doing what I need to do to keep that going. And you know what I'm saying? But then now when I look at it like, yo, fast money done slowed up. Nigga trying to open the lane up on different type times. And it's like you start kind of like seeing that, yo, damn, I don't really blend with this other shit I used to be able to blend with before. It's not even, I'm not in that mindset no more. But it's crazy to see it from the mindset of growth, of like, yo, I'm trying to do XYZ now. I'm not doing ABC no more. You know what I'm saying? And it'd
Yeah.
be like, it's kind of weird because, I be having to really like check myself. Like, it's like, just in general, whether it's talking to people a certain way or making sure niggas don't talk to me a certain way, or like really like, yo, look, nigga, you don't even know, you know what I mean? I'm on this, I'm chilling and I'm moving and grooving, but I'm really on this type time right here. Like, you need to kind of, recognize that. But it's like, should be crazy because even though you may want a nigga to recognize this, that, and the third, it's like everybody ain't gonna recognize it. Period. And if you ain't, you ain't in that, you ain't breathing that type of energy, then motherfuckers ain't even gonna see it or feel it, or you know what I'm saying. It's like, and that shit really get tiring. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Like, damn, I gotta always be acting like I'm about to run through with the hammer. Like, nigga, I ain't got time for that all the
Yeah.
time. Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
in
it
our
ain't
community
always
though.
hammer time for me. Like, sometimes, like, I'm in I'm on a different page of life, and I be hoping everybody or some people or whoever gets to that point. But I recognize that ain't what what it is. It ain't happening for everybody. Everybody not gonna get to the page I'm on. I'm surprised I got to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like when I really look at it, but it it's inevitable once you're there and you're trying to even push to go even further with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just an understanding in your mind, like, yo, all right, yo, look, this is this and this is what I want. And you only got but so much time to accomplish whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Little, small goals, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where it be right there, mentally.
I mean, would you say is a time and a place for all of that, or like would you say like I don't want to say regrets. That's might not be the right word, but like probably while you was in more of a faster pace, got to where you got quicker. Like saying, I'm getting bread, let me invest it. Simply, let me invest it. I mean, it's kind of hard to be in that mind frame, right? But I'm saying,
Well, nah, I think it come with growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, even at that point, I could remember like this specific time when, you know, like certain shit happening, like, okay, not saving money and shit happening, and then being like, damn, I'm not ready for, or I'm not prepared for this thing that happened. And damn, what the fuck? Now I just learned the lesson. Yo, nigga, save your money. Be ready for XYZ when that shit go down. You know what I'm saying? Have that lawyer money, bond money. So now it go from that to like, oh, yo, you know what? All right, now I got that lawyer money, bond money. I'm ready for particular shit. But then you start understanding like, yo, damn, wait a minute. I really need more to be ready for this extra shit I'm trying to do. So then you kind of start doing that. But then, it was steps, like, really like, all right, yo, you know what? Now I got that lawyer money, bond money. I'm ready for XYZ. But, you know, I need to pull some of this out to make this investment to kind of like try to transition over here. to get over that hump, so I could get to that next bump to get over that. You know what I'm saying? To go wherever I'm trying to go with it. Which, you know, with me, it was businesses and, you know, shit like that. You know, but I mean, at some point, it comes put like this: when you around the right niggas, for one, you know, the right people, and you know, you start to learn like, yo, look, all right, I see what I'm doing, I see what they doing, I see what they're not doing, I see what I need to do. You either learning or you not, you know, you're not on point. You know what I mean? One thing about me, I don't smoke bud. So or I ain't gonna say I don't smoke right now, but there was a point where I did, but then it was a point where I had to choose, like, yo, look, are you gonna be a nigga that's around smoking and lacking, or you gonna be on point and be game tight with this shit? And I chose to be on point and be game tight. So, you know, it was no smoking. It's like, yo, you know what? Stay on your grind, keep your mind on your grind, and me living mentally on that level, it kept me steps ahead of everybody. Cause it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, these niggas is lacking. They don't even see it, but I'm gonna make up for that. Why the fuck I ain't gonna put them on what's what. I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. You know what I mean? Get out the way. You know, why niggas is 30 steps behind, fuck it, let me go ahead and get over here. You know, I mean, now I look at it, I be like, damn, you know what? Through my stepping and keeping it moving and grooving a certain way that I was doing, it's a lot of niggas that it's really all of my surrounding of niggas that I know really kind of they seen they was able or wanted to trace the steps that I may have made through focus. You know what I'm saying? And you know that I see that as a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us don't really be having that desire to even be in our own, to understand our own lane, or to understand that we need to do this to make it add up to that. You know what I mean? Until, you know, a lot of niggas, they see this and then they like, oh, word, then he doing that. All right, I'm gonna flip that and do this or whatever. And then,
Right.
you know, me, I was able to really like just be like, yo, this is what I want. Or maybe not like I didn't want XYZ, but I did it because of a certain reason. Like, for example, I say that to say, like, when I got my house, I didn't really technically want no house like that. I was kind of good, nigga. I was moving around, staying with this chick, staying with that chick. I'm like, man, fuck a house. Why I need a house? But guess what? Then I'm like, yeah, I'm getting kicked out. This bitch kicking me out. That chick kicking me out. I got a son. I don't want my son kind of like coming to this chick crib, laying on her couch. And it made me think, like, you know what? If not for nobody else, I need some stability. I need to have my own shit to just call my own. You know what I'm saying? Just like then nobody could kick me out. That's really what it boiled down to, not wanting to be kicked out by anybody. So then it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I got a house. Like, yo, you know what? Now I got my own. So I could kind of just grow off of that. You know, now that I look at it, I mean, I'm like 10, 12 years in my shit. I'm like, yo, that was a good move. But had I talked to the person from back then, shit, had I not had a son, I might not have made that move. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't really all about me. I think I'm doing too much talking about myself. But
Nah. I
it's
mean,
just,
but the overall picture is that, you know, like we was kind of saying, talking about that earlier. You know what I mean? If it's getting to making the money work for you. How do you make the money
oh
work for you?
yeah.
I think you was mentally trying to get there earlier.
Well, making the money work for you is just, this is what I think it is, right? I think that is basically, first of all, once you kind of you have the resources to understand that, yo, look, let's just I'm gonna make some shit up. So it don't matter, and I'm not gonna say whether it's illegal, legal, whatever the fuck. We just gonna talk money. We gonna talk numbers. So I'm saying, yo, look, I'm making $500 a week right now, right? And once I understand, yo, look, I got $500, and you know, after all bills are paid and da 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 da, whatever, you know, really after all bills are paid, because if I'm trying to accomplish something, this when I get sound on it. So I got $500. I paid my bills. After everything is done, I end up with you know, let's just say $200. Now I say to myself, yo, look, I want to try to accomplish this goal that I have in 6 months. So I know if I save $200 per week per month, I should end up with basically $800, which eight times basically like what six is what 48 or some shit. I think either way, it's somewhere around there. I think either way, the point that I'm making is that I will have 4,800 to make a investment into whatever that goal is that I'm doing. But see, just like I said, that simple. It's not as simple as some people would think because now that same 200 that I gotta save every week everybody can't say that 200. You know what I mean? Some niggas is like, yo, all right, well, I say 200 last week. Yo, fuck that. This week I'm going to buy my favorite pair of sneakers.
Mhm.
Or next week I'm going to take my shorty out. Or I'm going to go buy this. Or you know what I mean? So now on sound mind time, at the end of the day, that 200 nigga really on that game. He on his shit. Nah, that 200 getting saved. Matter of fact, I don't even want to see nobody. I'm in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching TV, chilling with shorty, whatever it takes to just not spend money. And now when you got that 4,800, we talking 6 months down the line, boom, that nigga, he about to take that 4,800, whatever that may be. Maybe he said, yo, you know what? I'm about to take that 4,800. Yo, nigga don't know shit. 4,800 could get you a little small store, get you at least in it. You know what I mean? You find another person, yo, look, you got 4,800 or another two people, you got 4,800, you got 4,800. Well, now we got what? Let's just say 5,000. I want to keep the numbers good, but now we got 15,000. Yo, boom, let's go get a store. We got a business now. What are we doing with our business? Oh, all right, well, yo, that just say niggas got barber license. You know what I mean? Oh, yo, we all got barber license. Yo, we about to have a barber shop. You know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm making is everything starts with a game plan. And once you kind of get this game plan, you just gotta execute it. And once you execute it, you gotta stay on point with it. And once you stay on point with it, you should be successful at whatever it is you're doing, long as you put in 100% into it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because that's what it's gonna take. It don't matter. It really don't matter what business we talking about or what job or nothing. Why? Because 100% is gonna get you 100% on the back end. So that's
Right.
just that. You feel
Right.
me?
Right.
And then once you seeing what you want to see out of it, now you kind of start the process all over if that's what you want. You know what I mean? Because now some people, they get happy, they start celebrating. Oh, yo, I'm making money. I'm about to go buy the Benz. I'm about to go buy this. I'm about to go buy that. But somebody that's smart is saving up for a rainy day. They like, yo, nah, all right, I done saved about 50,000. Fuck, I'm about to go start another business. Now I'm gonna have two businesses doing what they do, or three businesses, because it don't even really take a lot of money to start a business. First of
No.
all, your LLC, all that shit about $200. You get all that going with your EIN and everything, you win the game. Now, just to have a business is cool, but is your business gonna be successful? What is your business? You know what I mean? Shit, nigga could wake up tomorrow and start three businesses. If you got about $1,000, you just gotta have the resources after the fact to do whatever it is you're gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, you just got to be on your game and invest in the money. Yo, listen, man, however you got to get it from the beginning is how you got to get it. For me, I would stand on the corner and sell whatever the fuck I was selling on the corner. Now, when I look at it in hindsight now, I'm not going to say I played myself, but I'm going to say that I did what I thought was best at that time. But when I really look at it now, I say, damn, you know what? Like on some real shit, time is money. If I would have got two jobs working 8-hour shifts a day, right? In 24 hours, that's basically 16 hours out of my day. I still got what, 8 hours of sleep. But shit, if I do that for 6 months, nigga, I'm up at that point. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna just say, even if you work in one job at 8 hours, you at least should be making about, let's just say 400 a week. 400. But if you're doing that for 6 months and you got, let's just say you averaging about a G a week, 1,500 a week, that's six. Yo, six in 6 months, you got what, 36,000?
I mean, if you stacking up like that, but
I mean, but that go back to the zone, or that go back to the zone you got to be in. I mean, I've been in
Right.
that zone before where nigga, it wasn't a question of what the fuck I'm eating tonight. You know why? Nigga, we got Franks and we got which one do I want? Franks or oodles and noodles? I pick. You feel me? That's because I was on a mission. I understood that the mission was, yo, nigga, do you want XYZ or do you want to hustle backwards? You know, you can't be the nigga that's trying to gain if you trying to be the nigga that's living in the fame. You know what I'm saying? You can't be both of them. You got to you got to sacrifice somebody. Either the nigga you either the nigga on the grind or you the nigga that's showboating like you got it.